Guys, how's it going? Today is Friday, April 10th, 2026. I just gotten home from school here today, and it's just shy of 90 degrees actually this afternoon, which is crazy because the past couple mornings have been down in the 20s. Pretty good, so pretty significant temperature change, but I'll take it. Feels pretty good. So I'm going to take advantage of it and get this 125 washed up. As you can see, it's in well need of a bath. Been using it up at the other place to feed and stuff, and it's just been so muddy this winter and spring and stuff. It's just covered. It's got to get dirty again here. Got to keep using it, but I want to get a lot of this mud off of here and go through and service it. It needs engine oil, fuel filters, all that stuff changed, hydraulic filters, the whole 9 yards needs going through and serviced here before we use it in the fields here this spring. Actually the next day here now, working on hauling pen pack manure out of the stable down here in the barn here at home, where we keep some cows that have sore foot and whatnot, but some that don't lay in the free stalls, we keep them in there in a pen pack, and it's full, so we're hauling it out. We're actually using Dad's new manure spreader. Well, new to him, new to us. It's a new idea, 3739. I don't know the capacity on it. It's a tandem axle spreader. It's only got the single beater on it. But heading out for the second load. This morning we went over it, greased it, dumped a bunch of used motor oil on the chain and on the inside of the spreader. That helps keep the manure from sticking fast, and just overall keeps the condition of the spreader better because it's not going to rust as fast when there's oil on it. But that's what Dad said they used to do back in the day with the other spreaders that we would have. Just dump a bunch of used oil on it to help keep the longevity of it, make it last longer. And that chain was really dry. It needed the oil that we dumped on it. But it seems to be working all right. Got a few minor things to work out with it here. The floor is actually pretty soft in the one spot, so we're gonna have to look into replacing the floor eventually. The one bar needs replaced on the drag chain on the spreader there, and then there's a bearing on the back that's actually kind of egged out that we just noticed. It's pumped a bunch of grease in it. We're gonna use it here because we gotta get this stable cleaned out because it's full. But other than that, overall the spreader's pretty solid. That load I brought out here earlier, it seemed to spread real nice, which is fine manure because it's mostly just sawdust. That's what we fed with in the barn. So no big clumps or anything like that. But yeah, finally nice to have our own spreader. We always rented one here in the past and made things difficult because we were stockpiling manure all the time, and then as soon as the weather would break, we would haul manure for like a week straight, and then the time you're taking in that week straight, you could be out planting instead of hauling manure. As if we had a spreader year round, we could haul manure when the ground's froze or when the fields are fit to go haul. We have a spreader available to do so, which we do now. It's not the biggest spreader in the world, but it's definitely something we can work with and definitely keep up with the manure that we need to haul. That way we don't have a bunch of it to haul at once. I think it should work out well for us. Anyways, we're gonna get this load spread out here. We just brought it out to the one strip here behind the bale pile. This here strip hasn't had any manure, so get some manure spread on it. So if you're not familiar with these spreaders, everything's run off the power takeoff, the chain that drags the manure out to the beaters and the beaters. Some models, I know the New Holland 195s, they have some hydraulic aprons in them, but it's kind of something to get used to because any other spreader we rented, the beaters and the chain, the apron chain to take it out was separate. Now you just kick the PTO on and go after you raise the tailgate up. The tailgate's kind of different design. It like swings in the middle there. That way when it raises up, it kind of protects the tractor from any manure that could be flinging up there. Which, it's not doing too great of a job, but I mean, it's there. Back the spreader down here in front of the barn, then come out the front gate here to load out. It works all right. I just set some gates up here to keep the cows back while we come in here to scoop. Just pen pack in here, concrete below, and pretty much just all sawdust. Bringing the last load out here now. Took exactly 5 loads to get that whole stable cleaned out. Whenever we run a spreader, it's usually like 3 or 4 usually, I think. So it's really not as small as it seems. It does hold quite a bit, actually. I mean, 5 loads, that's not bad, because that stable was as full as we could possibly have it, because the skid loader was starting to rub the beams going back through to put bedding in. But yeah, I'll give it to the spreader. I haven't had a problem with it yet. Doesn't spread all that bad either. Not gonna complain about it. It's doing all right. The old alfalfa sure greening up. I actually talked about this morning. We're gonna switch this strip here out. There's 2 different strips here. Right here where my finger is the strips split off, and the upper side here, the alfalfa is pretty few and far between. The rest of that in there is grass. So we'll take the first cutting off, and then we're gonna no-till corn into that. And then we had put the strip below it in alfalfa last year, so we probably won't put any more pieces in alfalfa. Then maybe next year or so we'll put this strip here back in. But right now I think we should have plenty of alfalfa here at home. There's a farm down the road that I think we're got to put some new seeding out this year down there, because the alfalfa's bad. But other than that, everything else will probably pretty much stay the same. Not really a whole lot of fields we got to switch out this year. Pretty excited. Field work is definitely right around the corner. I'd like to start chisel plowing here soon. And the past couple clips there, you seen we were putting the 2290 back together. My pap picked the PTO up for that this morning. Marv got that finished up. And put that tractor on the chisel plow, because the 2294, it's in pretty rough shape. The ended up being a couple bearings went out inside, transmission, all the clutches for the power shift went out. And then the actual torque limiter clutch was going out of it too, so it's pretty sad shape. But they're getting her fixed back up. Not going to be a cheap build, but what do? You can't afford to have new tractors. You just got to keep fixing the ones you do have. But that tractor is getting up there in hours. It would be nice to trade it in on maybe a boxcar Magnum someday, but as of right now, that's not going to happen the way milk prices are. It's time to milk here now. Got the milkers all ready to go. Dippers brought out, towels put out, ready to bring some cows in. They're waiting. About it. They were able to get out into the meadow today. They have been the past few days here. It's been pretty nice, so we're letting them out in the afternoon. While they're down there, I usually just scrape the barn out. Works out pretty good whenever we can let them out in the afternoon. Does them good to get off the concrete. They like to get out. Dad got the stable bend up here. If you're new to the channel, we're milking a step-up parlor. We got eight units, automatic takeoffs. They're D Laval. Pretty old system, but still works. Then we got 16 stalls. We milk every other cow. Switch them out and down through. Just keep rotating. The cows is on the left side and the right side of the milker. Let 8 out at a time. One other thing, we also feed pellets here in the parlor. This helps keep the cows a lot calmer, so this is how they get most of their protein here, is in these pellets. A lot of goodies in these pellets here. So we got the feed bin on the other side of the stone wall here. It gets augered into these feeders, and you pull the ropes, drops the feed down to each cow. And down at the far end, you got to pull the rope to get the auger spinning to bring feed in. A lot of times the extra will pile up down there, so you got, usually in the afternoons I go down there with a shovel and throw it back through here and sweep up the extra feed. That way it gets ate up over time. After milking here now, I had got done hauling out of the stable there. I brought the tractor and spreader down back here and parked it with intentions of hauling some of this pile here yet tonight. This here manure was out of the stable. We just brought it out here to the skid loader and dumped it on a pile here a couple months ago. There's a little bit of straw in here because at the time we had bedded some with some straw and some corn fodder there too, but I think it'll be all right. I just have to be careful I don't spread on too heavy, because where I'm spreading now, it's got me no-till out there on the hill. We don't usually work those pieces up, so you don't really want to spread it on too heavy if there's going to be a lot of residue there. It can make no-till pretty challenging, but I think we'll be alright. Got her loaded up using the Gale skid loader here because this is the one that's down here at home. The New Holland's up at the other place for feeding and whatnot, but I do like using the New Holland, the load spreader, because the New Holland has a super boom design, and when it lifts up it reaches out. This one here it's got a vertical lift on it still, but it doesn't reach out quite as far as the New Holland does. But this one here has the self-leveling on it when you raise the boom up, so that makes it a lot nicer for loading the spreader. I don't want to load it too heavy, get it heaped up too much, because it being a single beater like that, it's not going to spread as nice if you heap it up and your manure's up here. You want your manure to be down here kind of level with your sides. That way it feeds evenly into your beaters. It does a nicer job that way. But when we were renting the spreader, we could always film as full as possible because we were paying per load on them, but now that we have our own, we don't have to necessarily heap it up quite as much. Well, that's enough for one day. We got 5 loads out, I believe, 4 or 5. I think it was 5. Spreader does a decent job spreading it. It is gonna need new paddles put on at some point on the beater back here, but for just a single beater, I'm quite impressed, to be honest. A couple places it throwed a couple hunks out, but you'll have that. It's not a vertical beater spreader. It ain't gonna be perfect, but that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe if you did. Hope you put more videos out of this thing here, and we'll be busy in the fields here in the next couple weeks. Looking forward to it, and hope you guys are too. We'll catch you in the next one. Take care and have a good one.